Hi, my name is Darlene. I am 56 years old and I am from Atlanta, Georgia.
Darlene from Atlanta, Georgia. Let's talk about health and fitness.
Let's do that. I have been on a health kick recently. I've always been active as far as getting out and walking, but I felt like I needed to add a little bit more to my regimen. So I joined a gym last year, February 29th, and I have been going consistently 3 days a week ever since. So that's something that's important to me to be physically fit. And I would love for somebody that I'm with to have that same passion.
So it's more of a passion for you. It's not just something that you kind of do from time to time. You're actually passionate about health.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is
I
it
mean,
where
I don't
you're
want to be an old grandmother, not being able to have fun with my grandkids, like walking on a little cane. So, it's something I actually feel better. So during the course of the year, we're going on a year that I joined. And prior to that, I've always been active. I've always walked at the park. So I felt like I needed to add a little bit more like weight training because at my age, I felt like it was needed. So I love it. And I do go 3 days a week and I sacrifice those days just for the gym.
awesome? Friends and family. Let's talk about the people closest to you.
Friends and family, I would prefer somebody that had children because I have children, and I think that somebody that doesn't really understand the importance of having family and children. So I don't have a very large family, so those in my immediate family are very important to me. And I do have a whole network of friends here in Atlanta that are also very special. I do have time to have a relationship, but I also feel like I shouldn't like have to take away or somebody shouldn't take away from me going out with my friends or spending time with my children. The person should be adding to my life, not taking away. So that's just something that's very important to me because I've been through a couple of rough times, as we all have. And those are the people that have been there for me.
You are 56 years old. It's safe to presume your children, quote unquote, are older, right?
Yes, my children are grown. They are 29, 28, and 27.
Very, oh,
Um,
back to
two,
back. Got them out the way.
boom, 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 done. So I actually, one is in LA, one is in DC, and one is here in Atlanta.
Grands,
What's that?
grandkids.
I do not have any grandkids yet. No, no. But that's the whole health and fitness thing. So when I do have grandkids, I want to be healthy and fit enough to play with my grandkids.
Awesome. Hobbies and interests. Let's talk
How
about that. What do you do in your spare time?
well, the gym. The gym. I like to walk a lot. So any place that has to do with being outside, walking, hiking. My favorite thing to do is anything having to do with live music. Not necessarily a concert, but I do enjoy maybe sometimes they do these free concerts at the park where you just bring your little chair, pack a snack, bring a drink, and you hang out. It's very chill and relaxed. That's my favorite thing to do. And again, just being outside, whether that be festivals or farmers markets. I'm not really into cars, but I would go to a car show just to be outside walking around, enjoying the fresh air.
Would you consider yourself to be more of an introvert? You just want to be out in it,
It
about.
depends. It depends on the day. Some,
Did
sometimes
I say
most of the
introvert?
time.
I meant extrovert. Did I say extrovert?
Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, that's what I
Oh,
thought you meant.
okay,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
extra. I guess I'm more extroverted, yeah, than introverted. But there are days when I just don't want to be bothered. I just want to stay home and be chill. I think everybody has those days. But for the most part, I do like going out and being around people.
Let's talk about your passions and goals. We know that one of your passions is exercise, health and wellness, fitness. What or are some of your other passions and what are your goals, short term, long term?
I always set some small goals every single year. So obviously last year my goal was to join a gym. I was extremely intimidated doing that. I actually sat in the parking lot for 20 minutes before I went inside. I'm like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. And finally I went in, and here we are a year later. I'm still going. So that was a small goal that I set for last year. This year, I have two goals. One is to continue to on that health and fitness journey. Another small goal is to and continually work on my credit score because I want to get it sky high. So it's good now. When you get divorced, sometimes those things happen. So I've been working on that for the last 2 years. And I'm going to change my name actually this year. So going back to my maiden name. So that was another goal. Little goals. Something that's a long-term kind of thing that I'm passionate about, other than health and fitness, is I would like to at some point work at, volunteer at, contribute to a battered women's shelter. That's something that is very important to me. I've got several friends that have been through something similar, and it's something that I definitely want to do in the near future.
Let's talk about your ideal guy. Who is your person that you envision that you could see yourself having something substantial with?
He's got to be funny. That's number one. Number one, you got to be funny. You got to make me laugh. And you have to be consistent. That's also one of my deal breakers. Please be consistent. Just be funny, just be a kind person, have integrity, have a job. You don't have to be a millionaire. I don't care how much is in the bank, as long as there's enough to pay the bills and take a little vacation every year and a little bit for retirement. We're good. I'm very simple. Um, has to be a good dad and a good person. And if his family and his friends and his colleagues respect him, that goes a long way.
Does he need to be a tall guy? Can he be a shorter guy?
It
Um,
really,
need
it
to
really
be-
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
No, physically, I mean, obviously there has to be a physical attraction.
All right. You have
But I
a
don't have any particular type as far
okay.
as height and weight. And I've dated all different shapes and sizes and colors. So
What
open
about age? What
to
about what about age range? What about age range?
the thing with the age. I'm okay with any age. Just say, okay, so I'm 56. Just say I meet a 40-year-old, and that 40-year-old has no children and has never been married. Obviously, that's not going to work out. I can't have kids, don't want any more kids. Um, but if I met a 40-year-old with maybe a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old and has like a grown child, that would work out. If you're done, if you've been married and you've gone down that road and you have your children, you don't want anymore. So it's not really the age, it's kind of where you are in life and what your expectations are.
Smoker, drinker, partier.
No smoking, sorry. I'm okay with the 420, even though that's not something that I do. That's something that I can tolerate because I know a lot of people do that. So definitely no cigarette smoking. I know that many men like to go to the cigar lounge. I'm okay with that. I'd even go with him if he wanted me to. Absolutely positively no drugs. And the drinking socially. If you're a heavy drinker and you need that drink every day, that's not going to work for me. I myself um, drink socially, and I don't do anything else. No drugs, no weed, nothing like that. No cigarettes, nothing.
Does he need to also be a health and wellness enthusiast?
It would be nice because long term, if I end up with somebody, it would really be nice if we could go to the gym together, or walk together, or hike together, or do something together that's healthy, something like that that we can share together. I know I don't look like Miss America here. I'm not going to win a contest tomorrow. And I have a lot of work to do on myself physically. Or I feel like I do. So you don't need to be Mr. Muscles, but just, be active every day. Do something that's active. Sitting on the couch watching TV is great once in a while, but if that's an every weekend thing, it's probably not going to work for me.
Is it safe for me to speak for you in in this regard that guys, if you've got a temper, or if you think you want to be argumentative, or if you think you could ever possibly think to maybe get into a physical situation with this young lady, she is not the one for you? How do you feel about guys who call themselves abusing women?
I am not having that. I am not having. No, that I think that, in a relationship, you're gonna disagree on something. Doesn't matter what it is. There's a way to go about talking. You can talk about it. It doesn't even have to escalate to where you're raising your voice. Just agree to disagree, communicate, talk about it. If you feel like you're getting overheated, walk around the corner, go for a drive. And when you come down, you can come back and talk to me. There's no reason to raise your voice over anything. So that's something that I kind of a little bit of a deal breaker for me, because I've had that in the past in one of my marriages. It didn't work for me. It's not good. And I started getting the same way, raising my voice, and I'm a pretty chill person. So now, after being divorced, when you find yourself and you're like, "Oh, this is who I am." I'm not that yelling, screaming psycho that I was when I was with him, because a lot of times when you're with the wrong person, they bring out the worst in you. And when that starts happening, you shouldn't be with that person. So I'm very chill, I'm very relaxed, and a lot of fun. I love to smile, I love to laugh, and I love to cut up and just act stupid sometimes. And I think that's much better than arguing.
Darlene, if there was one thing that you wanted someone, a potential suitor, to know about you, like the most important thing, or there was only one thing you could allow him to know, what would that be?
I am definitely a giver. So my love language, how I show love, is also how I like to receive love, and it's acts of service. So if you're sick, I'm cooking you chicken soup. If you need a ride to the airport, I'm already in the car. So I like to do and I like to give. And that's the way I show love. And it's also how I like to receive love. Now, I know if that's how I show love, but my partner or my man likes to receive it in a different way, then I have to adjust to that and do what he wants. So if it's words of affirmation, I'm going to be telling him that every day. Baby, you're the best. I love you. You're great. If it's physical touch, my hands are going to be all over him, but still I'm going to do acts of service because that's how I show love. So I'm definitely a very kind person, and I'm definitely a giver, and I like to please others.
Thank you, Darlene.
You're welcome.